Well, hello, Cooksters, my good friends. Thank you for coming back again to my channel, my show. Thank you for coming behind the reel with me once more. You know, as you can see in this particular poster right here, this diagram, the human skeleton is a marvel of biomechanics. It's a pretty amazing thing how we have this structure beneath our muscles to allow us to move and articulate. It is often said that if we didn't have our flesh, we would just be walking skeletons upon the earth. Now that's the human skeleton right there. But what about the expression, or the term, I should say, skeleton key? What is a skeleton key and where does it come from? I know that you've heard about these things and we've seen them and possibly even used them. Why is it called a skeleton key? Well, I wish so much that I could tell you that it was based on some wild, mysterious legend of some crazy warlock who once turned a pile of bones into a tool that could open a bevy of padlocks. But I'm sorry, the answer to the question is a lot simpler than that. And we'll talk a little bit more about what a skeleton key is, where it gets its name, in a moment when we return. Okay, the skeleton key. Well, basically what it is, as you know, it's a master key that doesn't just open one specific lock, but it opens a bevy of padlocks. It can open, some of them can even open handcuffs, jail cells, things like that. The legendary escape artist, Harry Houdini, was said to be able to hide a small skeleton key in the gap of his teeth, or on the underside of his foot, or in the scalp of his mass of bushy and curly hair. It is said that he even was able to conceal skeleton keys inside something referred to as a suppository lockpick kit. Yeah, I know, a little too much information, isn't it? But the skeleton key, where does it come from? Well, tools that were used to open several different locks date all the way back to ancient Rome. In the medieval period, they were simply called pass keys, and they were made of brass. Some were, but most were made of iron. The skeleton key itself, well, if you take a standard key and you file down its teeth, or you actually remove the jagged edges altogether, what you're doing is reducing the key to its finer elements, only to the essential parts, or in this case, the bare bones. That's why we call it a skeleton key. It has three separate and essential parts to it. Just think of the three B's. There's the bow, the barrel, and the bit. The bow is, of course, that little area at the very end where we grip it with our fingers, and it allows us to turn the key. The barrel itself is made, depending on the key and the usage, in varying lengths, and that allows us to slide it all the way into a padlock, for example, and reach the center mechanism. The bit at the very end is the flap of metal that allows the tumbler to turn. And if you remove the specific elements like the jagged edges or the teeth, as we like to call them, that allows the skeleton key to bypass the mechanics of a padlock and then turn the tumbler to open it. And that is why we call it a skeleton key, and that's just a little bit of history about what it is. Folks, thank you so much for coming back, and I hope you enjoyed this strange little lesson and some history on the skeleton key and why we call it that. If you liked what you saw here, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Remember to like and subscribe. And don't forget to ring-a-ding-ding Quasimodo's bell, because it's here that you will receive alerts for future videos. Perhaps not on skeleton keys, but skeletons of other types. All sorts of things. Well, thanks again for coming back, and we will talk to you soon. And don't forget, sleep tight, don't let the skeletons bite.